I think I was reading The World According to Garp, and he said something about an author writing about themselves. I can't remember what exactly he had said, but in the book, the character of Garp says something about authors writing about themselves, being like very egotistical or something like that. And I read it and I kind of went, okay, I get it. Okay. I have to let go of the truth. It's either a biography or it's not, and it wasn't. So I had to kind of let go of the truth and then make it into a story. So the characters are pretty much based on our personalities, but then they also vary quite a bit from how we actually were.
John Irving has, for anybody who's looking for writing advice, he puts it freely in most of his books. There's sooner or later somebody's writing something has thoughts on how they should be writing.
Yeah, I know. What a weird place. I was rereading, I think I read that book when I was still in like middle school or something. Not very appropriate for a middle schooler, but I read it. And yeah, and so I was rereading it because it had always stayed one of my favorite books, and I still thought I still really enjoyed rereading it, but I was rereading it when I saw that. I need to find that quote again because for some reason it totally redirected my brain.
Hey, you need to quilt it onto something or frame it or and put it up in the house someplace.
Yeah, you're right. I should. Although it might not be appropriate to put up in the house. I'm kind of recalling. I can't remember exactly what he said, but.
I've got a John Steinbeck way over there, and I can't even read it from here, but it's from Grapes of Wrath, and it's just shut up and get to work. You ain't mean enough to bother God much from Grapes of Wrath.
That's great. That's great.
I like to look up that when I'm feeling very self-important about my writing. I look up at that and like, no, it's I bring myself back down. Thank you, Mr. Steinbeck.
Yeah, that's great. I have some quotes in my studio too, but there's one article from a newspaper from the Seattle Times written by a business writer that I've had following me around since like 1990. If you want runs, you have to keep swinging away. And it has like 50 sentences of advice for being a good business person or being creative as a business person. And I've had that with me since then. I used to have it hanging up in my very first job, and it's still here. And it has lots of good little sayings that I can look at for inspiration. So
take your inspiration from wherever you can get it.
Yeah. And then another thing, there's one is a Bob sticker from when I was contracting at Microsoft. And you probably don't remember this software, but it was kind of like an operating system for which had the form of a living room, like kind of a pre-metaverse kind of space that ran on top of Windows. And so I made a bunch of the characters for that, as well as some characters for Windows XP and Windows 95, and I think, or Windows 98, I think. And the characters really, they wouldn't always function quite right, and they would drive people insane. Like, have you ever seen the little paperclip character?
Yes, Clippy.
Yeah, Clippy. I didn't make Clippy, but the guy I was sharing an office with made Clippy. And I made some of the other characters. Yeah.
I was starstruck when I saw you had designed Rover, because I remember Rover.
Yes, exactly. I designed Rover. Yeah. Actually, I didn't design Rover. Rover was designed by a different artist for Bob. But then I took Rover and animated it and made it 3D. And so I changed it, but I didn't do the initial design of Rover.
I've seen the original 2D because I was looking at it earlier today, and you made everything great about Rover great, I would say.
Thank you. I just don't want to take credit where credit isn't due. But yeah, so that, and then I have this little piece of paper that was from 3rd grade that says, My name is Leslie, and then it says who my best friends are and what I like to do. And then it says, I want to be an artist when I grow up. So I still have that hanging around too.